Well, apparently Penny's going to interrupt us while we do this, but that's okay. She's probably smelling lunch that's cooking, or either wants outside. So, let me quickly take care of her, and then we will get on with our tutorial. We're making 3D Christmas ornaments. Let's see what her problem is. Come on, Penny. Penny! She's deaf, so I have to use sign language. Oh, she's not coming, so she may interrupt us again in a minute. She's 14 years old, going on probably closer to 15, so she's got cataracts and she's deaf, so I kind of cater to her. She's my baby. Okay, here we go. We're going to be making 3D ornaments. I did mine out of aluminum foil, and I'm doing a tutorial on the assembly of them tomorrow. And they're really easy, but it's something you can do with the party foil. If you don't have any, cardstock works and is probably simpler. This is a good activity that you can plan, cut ahead, and have your children or grandchildren doing during the holidays while they're out of school. So let's get a clean board. And the first thing we're going to do is insert images. And I put in Christmas trees.
Look at the chicken. Whoa.
Hey, Dad.
Santa's farm. There's a batch of
The
them.
TV's on while I'm doing this. And Dad just happened to notice some. Okay, I may have to change it to tree because I'm seeing a lot of multiples coming up. You could use any of these, but I'm going to go ahead and show you with the ones that I use. I don't think Penny knows what she wants right now. Let's see, was that one of them? No, but that one's similar. Oh, I bet that one hurt the ears. There's so much going on this time of year. But I love making ornaments for the tree, and this year we got a new tree. My dad had always used a smaller one. And if you're just now watching this video on my channel, you don't know that I am his caregiver. I've got lunch on the stove, part of it actually. And I turned it down low and I said I'm going to get this video done real quick. And I should have remembered, but my memory is almost as bad as anyone that's 62. Or worse, probably. Okay, I'm going to go back and put tree. Because I'm getting, oh, there's one we're going to be using. So I'm going to go ahead and upload it. Then I'm going to go back into images and just put Christmas tree. Oh, got to hit the search button. In my first search for one, I found another one that they make that's 3D. And so I inserted also. Any of my designs are free for a Patreon. Patron. I hope we're all patriots. Let's see, is this it? I think it is that one. Not that one. That's the one that they make or designed. And I'm basically doing the same thing they're doing, only I'm just using 4, where that one calls for 6. Where is my tree that I used? I want to do the same one because that's what I've already got cut out. When I cut these out of the party foil, I wanted to make sure I knew how to do them. So I cut 2 of everything, and I've already made up 1 of each as an example for you. And I bet I have passed that tree because I'm going in a hurry. Eventually I'm going to start writing the numbers down. I think I will start that tomorrow. You know, tomorrow doesn't always get here. All of these images that you're looking at, oh, that would be a way to filter it down. Let's do that real quick. Hit filter, and then we're going to go to access. If you're a member of Cricut Access, your images are subscribed to. Double checking. Don't want to pass it this time. There it is. See, that would have been so much simpler. But again, remember, I am learning right along with the rest of y'all. Okay, the one I initially chose is the same pattern that Cricut Access does, but it had a red insert. But this will work for our pattern. We can always change the inside to red. Okay, for these 2, all you have to do, if you want to go ahead and cut them out and then put them together with me tomorrow, let's change that insert real quick. We're going to change it to red. And we're going to go over to Color Sync. See, it only changed 1. And now we're going to take all of these. And this was something I just recently discovered, that if you drag it from the color over here, we're going to do the same for this one. Instead of moving them individually like I had been doing, you can get them all the same colors faster. Okay, let's go back to layers. This one's going to cut 6 pieces, so if you do 2 at a time, you're going to actually have 12 pieces, and if you do only 4 to make 1 ornament, then you can make 3 out of this one. And something else that's saved when I went to print out, I will show you when we go to make it. Okay, this one you want to duplicate 3 more times. Oh, not yet. Let's get rid of that. We need a way to hang this. So what I did was go in here and I put a circle. And I made it fairly small. And placed it over here in the bow. Probably needs to be a little bit smaller. And then I selected both of these items. can do that by holding the control key down or by selecting them like this. And then I sliced them, and I got rid of that little spot. And there is our way to hang the ornaments once we're done. Okay, now we can duplicate it. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then on the Christmas tree, I used the little top right here to run my ribbon through, so we can go ahead and duplicate that one. Oh, look, it's got a layer that we don't want. We want to be able to see through that tree. So we want to hide that layer. You don't have to delete it. And that was the wrong layer. Oh, I remember now. We sliced it and then hit it. Okay, slice. Okay. Now you don't need that, and you don't need this one. All you need is this one, and we're going to duplicate it. This one is really a fun one to make, and it'll print out if you're using party foil. But when you go to do it on the make it on your template, you might, to save room, you may want to print it like that. You'll get more on your pages that way. Okay, then I also wanted to make a star. So I go to Shapes, click on Star, and it's going to go up here. So let's get it down here where we can work with it. And I wanted it to be gold party foil. So let's go ahead and change that color while it's on my mind. And then I wanted little stars all over it. So, okay, there's that big one. And somehow I managed to do it twice. Let's just do it once. Pull that down to where we need it to size out. And we need them fairly small. The first one about like this. And we'll duplicate a few times. You don't want too many. Then let's take this one and enlarge it just a little bit and duplicate. And then if we place one here to use to hang, you don't want it to touch the sides, and place a few all over it. And you can make these stars any size you want. It's totally up to you. I'm actually made them different than what I did. Put one in the middle. And then we're going to select all of those. Again, this way is easiest. Whoops, and grab that ornament. We don't want to do the ornament. There. Now, because these are all different ones, it's not allowing me to slice because you can only do 2 at a time. So what we need to do is go in here and just get the stars. So I'm going to click on one star, then I'm going to hold the control key down, and I am on a laptop. I'm not sure how you could do this on a phone. I'm sure there's a way, but until I learn it, I won't be able to show it to you. Okay, let's see if we attached all those together. Yeah, we got them all. Okay. Now we want to weld them so that they are one piece. If I had flattened them, they would have become a print, and we want to keep them at a star. Now when I select these two, Get them back in the right position here. Now slice them. And move that over and move this one over. And these make good confetti when you cut them out, if you'll save them for slipping in your Christmas cards, if you do that sort of thing. Okay. And you know, something I forgot was to put a score line in these, but with the party foil, you really don't need it. It folds fairly easy on its own. Same with cardstock, you just match up the sides as best you can. But we could put one by going into shapes and clicking a score line, and this would be the time to do it. But I'll show you another time on those. Okay. Okay, let's see. We got the star. We need to select it and duplicate it. Now, while I was at it making ornaments, I also included one from a star from the files. And I'll show it to you when how it cut on my machine. Well, that one might have worked better right here. But the one I chose, I had to separate. There it is. No, I used this one right here. And I even tried to do it with the background, adding the background. But my machine is an Air 2, had a little difficulty with these swirls right here. So I either need to recut them as paper and see how they do. And I'll show that to you. But if you had the maker, they would probably do just fine because they have a little bit more pressure. Okay, we've got all these layers. We want to ungroup them. This is the one I printed along with the outline one. So I got rid of this one. And I cut this one in half. There's two different ways to do that. But I found out later you really didn't have to do it that way. So I'm going to leave it this way for the patterns that I add to Patreon. And it's already got a hanging tag up here. You would have to put a hole in this the same way that you did the ornament with a little circle. Okay, and we want two of these. So let's go ahead and I'll duplicate it once I do the hole, but you saw how I did it with the ornament, so I don't need to show you again. And then we need to make 4 of these. Okay, I will be adding this file. If you want to go ahead and print these, and as a patron, this file will be free to you, and you can do that as a patron. Circle's going to show up here. You know what, and I do think I'm going to need it in half. So, let's try to get that centered. And we're going to slice it. I'm going to hold down my control button. Get the dot first. And then collect the star. Slice. Okay, I could go and get a square and put it right here and slice that, but I'm going to show you a different way that I learned to do it. Where I want to slice something in half. You get a score line. You want to make sure that it is the entire length or a little bit longer. Whoops. Okay. And then we're going to go over here. Instead of being right, we're going to change it to a cut line. And now if you attach it and your star together, again, selecting it, and you can attach, and then when it cuts, it's going to cut this in half so that you'll have two pieces. Okay? There's your file. Let's go up here and save it. Well, it's taking, oh, maybe I didn't click it. Sorry about that. And we're going to make 3D ornaments. I'm going to just rename it. It's taking a few minutes. Then we'll go over here to make it, and I just want to show you how you can move things. I noticed someone, and also I printed these in aluminum foil, chrome party foil. Okay, click on Make It. Now, we want those colors to be the same. So instead of going back and changing, we're just going to go ahead and move it to that mat, and it will change it automatically. You may want to tilt some of these if you're doing more than one ornament and put them closer together. You can fit more in that way. Now let's go down here to the trees. If you're doing more, you want to save some, go ahead and flip some upside down and move them closer. You could actually fit them in. Oh, that one's supposed to stay the same. It's not straight anymore, but you get my point. And you're going to save some material by doing this. Okay, and continue on. Remember, if you hit cancel before you cut, you're going to have to come back and redo all this. So you want to cut right after you've done this. Okay, I will see you when we put all this together. Have a great day. Bye-bye.